Your intention is what God judge. So your heart posture is what matters most in the kingdom, not what you say or do, but what you think in your heart. In the beginning, man was called to have dominion over the earth. Man was called to represent the interest of God in the earth. So in the beginning, everything was made perfect. Remember that the Bible says the earth was shapeless and void in Genesis chapter 1 verse 2. Yes or no? Why was the earth shapeless and void? Are you getting me? I want to just tell you that what you saw in Genesis was not the first time God was going to create. In Genesis chapter 1, God created the heaven and what? The earth. But in verse 2, the Bible makes us to understand. The Bible says it was void and shapeless. How can an excellent God, how can a perfect God create a shapeless earth? So that means something has happened between Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 and verse 2. According to the theory of the gap theory in theology, there was a gap between Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 and Genesis chapter 1 verse 2. They call it the pre-Adamite existence. You can go and research the pre-Adamite existence. What happened before the creation of Adam? There was something called the rebellion of Lucifer. How many of you know that? You know the rebellion of Lucifer? Most times they don't tell you when it happened. They only tell you that Lucifer rebelled. What was Lucifer doing in Eden? Here was Lucifer before Genesis chapter 3. How come it was only in Genesis chapter 3 they told us and Lucifer came? That means Lucifer has always been coming. Lucifer has always been coming. He understands the terrain. He knows Eve, he knows Adam. They were not new to him. He had access to Eden. So where was Lucifer? In Genesis chapter 1 verse 2, the earth was void and shapeless. That was a product of a destruction. So God is not a destructive God. He's a God of law and order. Yes or no? In Ezekiel chapter 28, Ezekiel 28, write that down. Ezekiel 28 verse 15. If you read downward, you realize that Lucifer was first in Eden. So before Adam came into existence, Lucifer had already been in Eden. Lucifer was used to Eden. In fact, he had access. But look at something happen. God banished Lucifer out of Eden in Ezekiel 28 verse 15. Read downward. And Lucifer was a businessman. Are you getting me? There was a responsibility he had in Eden. He was supposed to represent the interest of God in Eden. Are you getting me? So by prophecy, God was telling